One phone call. Just one call unraveled a horrifying truth, plunging an entire town into turmoil and forcing those in power to bow before justice. It began on a sweltering July afternoon when Lieutenant Colonel Claire Dawson, a seasoned U.S. Air Force officer, was driving a rental car through the quiet countryside of northern Texas. Claire, a veteran of numerous overseas military operations, was en route to Langford Air Force Base for a top-secret meeting with the Department of Defense. No escort. No banners. Just her, the car, and a secured military phone. As she passed through a sleepy town named Hawthorne, a place most people only remember when they need gas or a bathroom break, her phone signal began to drop. With no other option, she pulled into a dusty old gas station called Hank's Gas and Deli. Stepping out of the car with the encrypted phone in hand, Claire scanned the area, her instincts never fully off-duty. The scent of gasoline mixed with cigarette smoke wafted through the hot air as a group of locals loitered nearby, eyeing her with a mix of suspicion and curiosity. In a town like Hawthorne, anyone unfamiliar was immediately considered an outsider. Behind the counter, Evelyn Grant, the station's owner, a stern woman in her 60s with silver hair pinned in a tight bun, watched Claire coldly. Evelyn didn't see a decorated military officer. She didn't see a woman needing assistance. She saw a suspicious stranger, pacing around with a phone. Without hesitation, Evelyn picked up the landline and called the Hawthorne Police Department. Her voice was sharp, almost gleeful. "We've got a strange woman hanging around out here, looks like she's high or up to no good. Better come check it out." 10 minutes later, 2 officers pulled into the lot. One was Sergeant Jake Fuller, a broad-shouldered cop with a history of excessive force complaints. The other was Officer Wyatt Reed, young, impulsive, and notoriously hot-headed. Claire was still in contact with the Pentagon, mid-conversation about a classified operation. Every word encrypted. Every second confidential. But the sudden flash of red and blue lights made her pause. The officers approached, hands already resting on their holsters. "ID and papers," Jake barked. Claire calmly presented her military ID and a federal movement order. Jake barely glanced at them before tossing the documents onto the hood. "Fake," he muttered. Claire's brow furrowed. "I'm Lieutenant Colonel Claire Dawson. I'm on active orders. If you have doubts, contact your chain of command." But Wyatt didn't let her finish. He yanked her arm behind her back and cuffed her roughly. Her phone dropped to the pavement, still connected. Inside the Pentagon Strategic Operations Center, Lieutenant Marvin Shore caught the last few seconds of garbled audio, shouts, footsteps, then silence. "Trace her signal," ordered Commanding Officer Janet Vega. The location appeared, a derelict gas station in Hawthorne, Texas. Lone red dot in the middle of a defense operations map. "Dispatch Langford security team. Get JAG involved. This isn't getting swept under the rug," Vega growled. Back in Hawthorne, Claire was forced to sit on the curb, wrists cuffed behind her. A crowd had gathered, some filming, others whispering or sneering. "Who are you really? Some kinda spy?" Wyatt growled, stepping closer. Claire didn't flinch. Her voice was steady, her gaze like ice. "You've just made a serious mistake." Then a voice crackled through their radio. "Confirming federal personnel. Pentagon demands immediate release." Silence fell. Jake turned pale. Wyatt froze. They uncuffed her, avoiding her eyes. Within 2 minutes, a convoy of black SUVs stormed into the lot, kicking up dirt. Leading the team was Colonel Hugo Morales, his expression as sharp as his tone. "Colonel Dawson, are you injured?" Claire rose, holding up her wrists, the red marks still visible. "Just scrapes. The real damage was to my dignity, and their careers." Hugo turned to the stunned officers and declared. "Effective immediately, you are suspended. This incident is now under military and federal investigation." The news spread like wildfire. Footage of Claire being handcuffed in silence went viral, sparking nationwide outrage. Veterans, lawmakers, civil rights leaders, all demanded answers. Hawthorne became ground zero for a national scandal. The local police chief was forced into a press conference but couldn't answer the most damning question. Why was a high-ranking U.S. military officer treated like a criminal in broad daylight? Claire stayed silent, until a Sunday morning, when she appeared in full dress uniform before a sea of microphones and cameras. "I've served this nation for nearly 3 decades, commanded troops, defended the Constitution. But all it took was one suspicious glance at a small-town gas station for all of that to be stripped away. I'm not asking for an apology. I'm demanding the truth. And the truth is, authority must never be coupled with prejudice. Honor cannot be distorted by the color of one's skin. No one spoke. No one looked away. Just the sound of hearts pounding under the weight of undeniable truth. Claire Dawson didn't just reclaim her honor. She ignited a different kind of battle, one not fought overseas, but within the conscience of a nation relearning how to see its own people.